Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Portia and I am here today to do a reset and pivot video kind of explaining my channel to everyone. So basically I started this channel a year ago, about a year ago, realizing only recently that I have been kind of doing videos wrong, and only through a process of reaching out to some other mentors and seeing what other YouTubers are doing, I said, you know what, I kind of need to do a reset and pivot of how I'm doing things. Also, something too that I was doing was not really focusing on one platform at a time, which I'm discovering is essential when you're trying to grow. So I'm here. I wanted to just kind of do a video explaining a little bit about myself and what I do and what I love and what I want to teach you all and share with you all on what I'm doing here in this life. So my name is Portia. I am a realtor in the state of Texas. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I am a lover of all things Costa Rica. So I know it sounds kind of cliche, and you see on social media, people are like, oh, everybody wants to move to Costa Rica. Guys, Costa Rica is amazing, okay? Not to say that where I live now is not great. It's hot, but I have just in the last couple years, my husband and I have just come to the realization that we want to see more, we want to do more, we want to retire early, show our kids some things in life that they have not yet experienced. And so that's what we are currently working towards. So with that, in watching my channel, you will hear and see videos of the following. First and foremost, I am going to share with you the number one thing that we have been doing to facilitate being able to retire early is downsizing and decluttering. And so what that looks like is, and this began for us back in 2020 as a family of 8. We were living in a house that we had raised our family in. It was a bigger house, so it was a lot of work, a lot of upkeep, but when you have a big family, you kind of have that. So we did it. We had a couple of our children there. Our son was getting ready to go off to college, and my husband and I were like, you know what? We need to think about the future a little bit more. We need to kind of figure out if we want to keep living like we were living, which was expensive. And so we made the decision to start to downsize and declutter. And it all kind of kick-started with us selling our house back in May of 2020. We sold our house and we started the journey of downsizing and decluttering. We had babies while living there, and we had a lot of baby items, and we have 6 kids, so we had toys and just, it was a lot of things that we decided we didn't need this stuff anymore, and let's sell it on Facebook, let's donate it, let's give it to someone who's having a baby, let's do something with this stuff instead of having it sit around. We had a couple yard sales, a couple garage sales, and got rid of things that way as well. But it didn't really, it really kick-started for us when we moved. We went from over 5,000 square foot house to about an 1,800 square foot house. And to say the least, it was a bit of a shock, not just to us, but to our kids as well. So that's where that process started. And that's what I'm going to make videos about, is how we are still doing that, actively doing that now. As our kids grow and outgrow things, and we get things that we just don't need and that we know we're not going to need in the future, we are getting rid of that. And it's a process, but it's also very freeing, and it makes me feel good to be able to pass these things to other people and help somebody else out. So the second video that you will see me make and talk about, and issues that I will talk about and subjects in my videos, are how we are growing our wealth, our long-term wealth, to be able to retire early and move abroad. And what that looks like is, we have a timeline kind of that we've established that we hope to be at the point where we can move our family abroad to Costa Rica. We have picked Costa Rica to go there for many different reasons, and that's for another video. But for here and now, we are doing that by real estate investing. And we really kind of got nitty gritty and into this back in 2015. I was a stay-at-home mom. My husband was running his business, which he has been since we've been together, and his business has allowed us to be able to start buying properties, investment properties, renting them out, fulfilling that landlord status. We were landlords, and that's kind of how this all has started. So, that's how real estate is one of the main ways that we will be able to take our family and move abroad here in the future. So also I will share with you how we had the funds to be able to do that. Because believe it or not, like, I get asked a lot, and people just don't know, how do you get started in real estate investing? What do you do? What do you need? What does my credit score have to be? Where do I find a property that I don't have to pay like market value for, that just needs a lot of love, not needs a lot of fixing up? And I get asked those questions. And so that's kind of the reason I'm here. I'm going to make videos about that. I'm going to make videos about the process. We currently have 8 properties that we own. We just sold our 9th that we currently own. And that was a flip investment property that we had bought in October 2021. It took us 9 months to flip, and we just closed on it this past Monday. So that's just going into a little bit of background about that. And so I will share that process with you. I will share the real estate side of how we are going to be able to do this in the future. And so the third thing I'm going to make videos about on my channel are going to be the behind the scenes, basically, of this life, our family. I've also made videos about Costa Rica and how I feel about it, and why our family's chosen to move to Costa Rica, and what that process is, what we think it's going to look like. There's a lot of unknown still in that process, but I'm always and have been actively researching and reaching out on Facebook groups. Gosh, guys, Facebook groups are awesome for reaching out to connect with and engage with and talk with people who are already there and who have already done this. Everyone's family and story are different. Our story is that we have a lot of children, and so for us to be able to just pick up and move out of the country in a matter of months is not feasible. It's not possible. We have things to consider, and the main one being our children. So we have to, do this in a carefully planned out, thought out process. That means making budgets about what it's going to cost us to live in Costa Rica. What if we take 4 kids? What if we only take 2 kids? What about kids that are here in the States and they're going to be here going to college? So there's a lot that goes into planning something like that, coming from a family of our scale, our size of, a family of 8. It's a lot. But yeah, it's gonna just be behind the scenes. I might make a funny video with my kids one day. I might make a video about you, showing you some things I've done to downsize and declutter. I'm gonna make a video, a flip property process video, kind of show you from start to finish what that looks like. There's a lot to it, and so that's kind of why I'm here, just wanting to share kind of our journey and what is going to happen, and maybe help you along the way, teach you, show you, give you some insight, give you some tips of what to do, of what not to do when you start a process like this. in my research, starting back in 2020 when I did start researching this, it was a lot of, I was finding a lot of videos and people who have done this and who are already there, who are already kind of where we want to be, whether they went there to retire, whether they're a digital nomad and they live there and they work there, which is awesome, whether, they got a job over there as at a travel agency. I mean, there are so many people, do things and decide to move out of the country for many different reasons. And so, with that, we just really wanted to kind of show everybody how we're doing it, and share with you guys how we get it done. And hopefully, you'll stay tuned and you'll subscribe and you'll see kind of the growth and the process of it all, and follow us too when we get to Costa Rica. My husband and I are pretty motivated. We've never really set out a goal and not finished it or accomplished it. Lots of hard work, lots of dedication, lots of telling yourself no. It's hard, and I'm still not perfect at it. I'm still learning that whole thing, but that's for another video. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you would click that subscribe button for more awesome videos on decluttering, growing long-term wealth, and moving your family abroad. Take care.